Wow.
Wow.
Every time, Kenny. Every time.
You get us every time, Kenny.
Kenny, you get us every time. Hey, everybody.
Kenny, you get us every time, Kenny.
Yep.
You get us every time, you Kenny.
Uh-huh.
Get us every time in a zoomy, zoom.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't even know if Kenny's a listener.
I don't think he is.
Does that look like a good angle?
That's true. It is a little cockeyed. Should I fix it?
Here, why don't you go look and make sure it's not super goofy?
Okay. Can I have a jewel?
Yeah, it's right.
It's a little goofy.
You guys, last night, she's just fixing the
YouTube's.
iPhone angle. But last night, Rosebud, I held her while she was
Scared for my life.
scared for her life that she had COVID and that she couldn't breathe. And just a mere 12 hours later,
He held me almost like a CPR poster.
yeah, it was like, it really looked
And he
like
breathed with me.
if it was in a movie. We were watching The English Patient last night. Very boring movie, kind of sweet.
It was just a man burned to death, gasping for air.
Just a lot of gasping. And who doesn't love a good gasping movie? But anyways, so she was freaking out, and I was like trying to show her that she could breathe. And so I did this thing, that I learned that you do with hospice patients who are dying, and you just match your breath with them. And
Really?
no, I just made that up. But it was very soothing. I was quite impressed.
It was so soothing. I loved it.
But just 12 hours later, she wants her jewel back. Last night, she was like, I think she was probably doing like internal prayers that were just like, God, I swear to God, if I don't have jewel poisoning, please let me hit my jewel again, or I'll never do my jewel again. And then now she's right back, and that's addiction, you guys, insanity, powerlessness.
I am powerless. I'm powerless against my jewel.
But I signed up for this, and that's the beauty of love. What else?
I signed up for a relationship with a man who loves to
Organize.
desecrate my character flaws and care for me like a hospice nurse.
Yeah, it's a very like Kathy Bates misery thing where I bring her soup every day in the form of kisses and hugs,
and then he tells me I'm a dirty.
Break her ankles with a fucking sledgehammer.
And then we make love.
And it's gotten very gross. It's
gotten weird.
It started to be a lot like the making flowers part of True Detective's final episode, where I'm the Yellow King and she's Margot, whatever her name is, whatever that character.
But with better tits.
Yeah, the best tits. And honestly, I'd given up on big tits, and then I met you, and I was like, God, there is a God, and He's a benevolent God. who loves what are the glands called? Mammary glands. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'd given up on white men, and then I met you.
And you were like, there's one pussy left out there.
No. I was like, oh, I do like them again.
I like one.
I like one.
Yeah.
I like one.
Here's the thing. We're the same person in a lot of ways, which is that we're both always attracted to people that are unattainable and uncrackable. We love a project. Mm-hmm. All my ex-girlfriends, not all of them, but the majority of them, were like mean, sarcastic, emotionally distant, unpredictable. And she went for like stoic, funny, unavailable men.
Yeah.
And then we always ended up being in our 30s and single.
Yeah. Which is what happens if you like that type.
Yeah.
So if you're in your 20s and you're listening to this and you're sitting next to a man who, you tell him you love him and he goes, why?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You might want to think about switching your type up.
Yeah, there was a lot of sweet girls in my 20s that wanted relationships, and I was like, ugh, gross. What are we going to be happy forever?
Dude, I remember actually being with a man who was very sweet. He was a teacher, and we were together for like a couple months, and we were walking home one night, and he was like, so how was your day? And I was like, ugh. Is this what we're going to do just for the rest of time? Just ask each other how our days were?
Did you say that to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Awful.
Probably recently sober.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a real recent sober. I hit on a girl in early sobriety, and she was just like, look, you're like too healthy. That's what she said. She's like, I don't like this like normal thing. I want like a project. And I was like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also tried to date a sommelier one time, and she was like, I like to get drunk. And I was like, good point. But now we found each other, and we love each other. And sure, sex will probably get rote, and then we're going to have to try weirder and weirder things. Probably, eventually wearing like animal masks and trying different
I'm going to dress like a bat.
What if you walked in on two people having sex and one was dressed like a bat and the other one was dressed like a pangolin?
And they're like, we're going to beat this.
Corona cult. Yeah. Corona
cult.
cult. Yeah. I do want to say this. I think it's fun. I don't know if any of our listeners are Trump people, but he botched this big time, and like 200,000 people are going to die now. Not that funny. But
not that funny.
Not that funny. But the majority of them are probably his demo. You know what I mean? Like it's like his people.
They're the ones that aren't listening to any of the rules.
Yeah. And they're going to love it. They're going to say this is overblown, and they're going to do stuff like drink bleach to cure being gay. And are any of them going to turn and be like, we flubbed. We made a oopsie?
No. They're going to be on their deathbed, and they're going to be like, Trump!
Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Papa Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hey, we're here for it, because you know what? Nothing matters. I don't care if you like Trump. We can still hang out. Trump's the funniest guy. He's still like, he'll go up and he'll be like, 200,000 people are going to die. People are very mean to me.
Yeah. In other news, the press has been very mean to me.
People have been very cruel to me throughout this time, even though I botched the historic pandemic.
What was that cartoon we saw? It was a guy on his deathbed.
And he's like, the media has been very unfair to me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you think you've had a bad week.
Yeah. You should hear what the media is saying about me.
God, I just admire. I admire. Don't you kind of have that like thing where like you've met people in your life that are so frustratingly narcissistic that you're like, I've actually turned around and like I don't hate you, I admire you.
Yeah, well, it's more like I'm in awe.
Yeah. Because it's got to be lonely when you get... But do they even have those lonely moments where they're like, oh, I'm awful?
I think on a soul level, yes. But they're not aware of it. Sorry. I don't think they're like aware of it on a human level. Like, I don't think they look inside themselves to ask themselves, how do I feel?
Yeah.
You know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are you rubbing my neck?
Because I just looked over at you, and I saw how cute of a little girl you are.
Aw.
How sweet of a little gal you are.
Aw.
You guys, she'll never admit it, but she's a real tenderoni when you get her by herself.
Don't tell people that.
And she's afraid she's going to die of lung failure. She really stops making fun of my hairline.
I love his hairline when I'm almost dead.
We're going to... did I say the thing about... I haven't talked about the... Did I mention the editing yet? I'm on my third cup of coffee.
No, you... Are you really?
I think so. I can't remember.
Wow.
I have so much ADD that I forget how many cups of coffee
You're really
I've had.
speeding up today. We finished the mozzarella video. We finished it, and and Andy's going to edit it today.
And I said I was going to edit it yesterday, but I went down a real long wormhole of just exploration.
Yeah. He started looking into flights to Timbuktu, and
I have made real progress. Rosebud was watching the news today while vaping, which is just like her mainlining her two biggest like poisons. And she was like, they made an announcement. They were like, this is probably going to go well into July. And
I decided.
She goes like this. She goes, where are we going to go? And I was like, motherfucking woods, farm country, ranches. Let's go. Let's go.
And I decided I think I'm going to let Andy take the reins.
Yeah, I mean, we should actually, I'm going to call Como and ask him if he thinks we should come back to New York.
You're going to call Cuomo?
Yeah.
Cuomo or Como?
Well, Como's the news station in Seattle. I'm not going to call them because I think they're probably busy. But Governor Cuomo probably has a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah, so he's not too busy.
I'm going to get his personal number.
Yeah, just hit him up.
Andrew. Hey, buddy.
How's your bro?
It's your other Andrew. It's the only other Andrew you know. Me.
Hey.
Haynes.
And he's going to be like, Haynes, buddy.
Hainesy, baby. Mark Normand. But he is, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, here, listen, we're kind of debating what to do. We're in LA. Should we stay put? Should we stay in our neighborhood? Should we go somewhere in California or Washington or even, Montana? I know white people with ranches that they don't use because they were like investments. And
do you really?
Yeah, of course.
You know somebody with a ranch?
Yeah.
Let's go to a ranch.
Okay.
Do they have horses?
Of course. It's a ranch.
They have horses?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go to the ranch.
Well, I'll make it happen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
I love a horse.
Love horses.
That's so great.
What was I going to say next? We are, so I've made progress with that. And I totally lost my whole train of thought. There was something I wanted to say.
What was it?
I don't know, probably something about how cute you are.
Aw.
She's just a cutie patootie.
I don't feel so good, you guys.
Yeah. She finally succumbed to the
the illness. I think it's got me.
Yesterday.
I probably have 24 hours.
Yeah, it's sad.
This is probably going to be our last podcast.
But I promise to keep on podcasting after she's dead. And I promise I will never, ever, ever log into your Instagram and see what your DMs that you've replied to say. I promise to never do that.
Bury me under the lemon tree.
You guys, last night I turned the Baby in the Box on. I kind of overrode his programming because I wanted to see. I told you guys I built Charlie an Iron Man suit, so yeah. I wanted to see how they combated. It was the cutest thing in the world. They started to clash, and then they just
danced.
They kind of did.
They danced to Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Yeah, but they did the choreography of the Savage Challenge.
It was really cute.
It was so cute.
God, if you haven't seen a baby and a dog choreograph dance together,
it was so cute.
Like a TikTok video.
Oh my God.
If you saw it, you'd just throw your whole family away.
It's the whole reason I got into...
You'd be like, forget it. I never need another thing from them.
It's the whole reason why I got into DIY weaponized robotics.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing.
So that was the thing that it changed his life. Oh God.
Guess what? That's not COVID, because COVID, not a wet cough. You are not coughing up stuff with COVID. You were just coughing dry. Dry cough, baby. Much like your cough.
Yeah.
Don't stop vaping.
Oh.
Hold on to that jewel pod. Hey, baby.
Yeah?
Yesterday, you were kind of hormonal, and you needed the meat. And I'm not talking about sexually. You just needed the meat.
I did.
And so what did we do?
I'm turning off my phone because it keeps going off, and I'm sorry. We went to In-N-Out, and we won't do it again.
Yeah.
Because In-N-Out,
The In-N-Out in Glendale, at least.
these people were palming our food.
Stupid fucking assholes. We show
Bare
up.
palm, grabbing our fries, shoving them in a bag.
It was like a
No mask.
It was
no
like
gloves.
a
Bare hands.
it was a parking lot, like a Target parking lot, long line.
It was like the iPhone came out.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, this is good. It's only drive-through. They had these guys with like iPads taking your order, and
From
they were like
6 feet away
six
from the
feet
car.
away. They didn't have masks on, but I was like, this is probably okay. This is probably fine. Like they're far enough away. We're not interacting at all. Thank God they're doing their due diligence. Mm-hmm. Then what happens? We get to the window to pay.
No mask.
No mask, no gloves. Tried to give me my change. They didn't have an e-reader credit card thing. So he was like, I can take credit card, but you have to sign. I was like, I'll give you cash. It was like $16. He was like, do you want your change? I was like, keep it. You're all good, bud. Surely you're the only person not wearing a gloves and a mask.
Drive up to the next window to get our food. What do we see?
Everybody,
a full-faced man.
Everybody, no gloves, no mask. No gloves, no mask.
We could see your whole mouth talking.
Yep. I could see your fingernail beds touching my glass.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
In a pandemic. Your whole mouth open.
I've already paid. I
What
can't
the
get
hell?
my cash back. I can't
What
go.
the hell?
Can I have my cash back? I have to sit there and go, yeah, I would love all these things you've touched. I want to put them in my mouth.
Yeah.
I would love to
what? If you could just reach out the window and put your whole fucking fist in my mouth.
Do you
that
mind
would be great.
Taking the lid off of my Arnold Palmer and just
spitting in it.
Just kind of mixing the ice with your fingers.
Yeah.
But wipe the sweat from your brow first.
Do me a favor.
Salt it up.
Grab those fries and squeeze the grease out of them.
Yeah.
Into the bottom and then put the fries back in the bag.
Please.
That's what we want.
And if you could just stick your fingers in my mouth.
Yeah, just fish hook us.
Fish hook us.
Anyways, so
we got the food.
And we called Andy's mom, Anita.
And she was like, you're going to die. And then I was like, really? And then she was like, nah, probably not.
Yeah, and we were like, well, Anita, what are we supposed to do? I don't think she wants us to ask her for medical advice anymore.
It's so annoying because it's like her entire love language is being a nurse.
Yeah.
And so you ask her, and this is how she reacts. Oh, stop overreacting. And then she tells you the exact thing that could happen. She'll be like, I mean, of course the virus could enter through your digestive tract and attack your lungs from a different entrance. But, don't be crazy.
It really gives me a good view into Andy's childhood mind. You're
overreacting, but everything's fucked.
Yeah.
I don't have any money, but let's just put it on credit. Just
you're listen, whatever you're worried about is totally true and could kill you at any point. But don't be emotional.
Don't come to me with it. And that's how I've developed such a palate for toxic women. But I met one, and she can talk about her feelings. And she can hit pause and say, hey, I'm feeling a type of way.
Yeah.
And it's because we've done what we like to call in the therapy community, work.
Self-work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done work. We're shaking hands if you aren't watching.
Yeah. Like politicians.
Anyways, so luckily we went live because that's what you do after you talk to a nurse. You go, I'm going to get a second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, hey, why don't you microwave it?
And we were like,
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. So we came home. We microwaved the food. Andy got mad at me because I forgot that I was supposed to do a podcast with Janelle James. And Janelle called me at 6 p.m. And Andy and I had a plan to keep the food safe. And Andy was in full outbreak contagion mode. He was like, go get 2 bowls, 2 outside. We'll put the food in the microwave and we'll eat it separately on different plates with forks.
The whole thing is if you are trying to disinfect, there's only one way to do it. and it's that you take the thing that you're going to microwave, and that's the only thing that's going to enter the house.
Yeah.
You can't put the bag on the counter because then the counter has the bag germs. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in mode. I was just in I was trying to do the thing we talked about. And Rosebud is very gracious, and she was like, but we're podcasting. And I was like, is it live? And she just disappeared. But it's fine. I got a good
just
Instagram
bailed.
story out of it. I've gotten a lot of crying faces in reaction to it. Some people have told me that the light made me look amazing. So
The light did make you look amazing.
yeah, so I'll take it.
Who told you that?
Just some people.
Give me their screen names.
I can't.
Give me their fucking handles.
I don't even know who it is.
Who's telling you look amazing on Instagram?
Just all boys. Just boys.
Boys are telling you that?
Yep. Just a lot of...
Listen, ladies, you keep it real nice and you keep it real distant with my fiance.
Yep.
Understand?
You don't DM?
You do not DM.
You don't DM me. You definitely don't DM me
You
on
can
the Find Your
send-
Beach pod.
You can send laughing emojis and that's it.
Yep.
And don't you dare write back.
I would never. I gave her access. She has access to everything I have.
That's true. I've checked his phone so much that sometimes I'll put his passcode into mine
Yeah.
when I'm trying to open my phone.
She knows what I'm up to.
Yeah.
And I can't check her phone because it'd be scary.
It wouldn't be.
It'd be scary.
It wouldn't be scary.
Remember the time we were talking about fixing all the old photos on your phone? Like trying to...
Oh, yeah. I
and
was
you were
like, that would be scary.
Just a balsamic vinegar bottle up her entire butthole. Her looking back at the camera. I think I'll... Anyways. Who's Martavius? Anyways. I did want to get to kind of a little... portion of the show where we talk about the fans and
The Patreon?
Because I got a couple developments. Let's do shout outs real quick. I know that we do this at different times. Do you think, well, I'll ask you after the pod.
What?
Oh, we're so close. Do you think that we should do the patrons at a certain, like, should we always end the show with the patrons?
I think we should do it at the beginning.
Okay, good. Wait, this is for a monthly thing. Ooh, that's going to fuck us up a little bit.
What are you talking about?
Well, because it is the first, so it restarted everybody's, like, what's due, And so, like, our 26 Aloha people are required a shout out again, but that's not true. We'll get into it right now. Sorry, guys. I think we got a new... Hold on. Will you talk for
I'll
a second
do it.
so I can...
I'll fucking do it. Look,
all I know is that...
we got some new patrons, you guys, and here's what their names are. Sean Lauren.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And then we actually...
You are a new patron.
That's the only one. Those other ones are from yesterday.
Yep.
But somebody who I
Welcome to the beach, Sean Lauren.
And then,
we're so excited to have you. You got a new episode every week that's just a private episode. Fridays it comes out. And I think you'll have access to the ones that we've already put out. So just check the dashboard for that.
And then Amber Warden shouted us out because she wanted to shout out her boyfriend. So Amber Warden's boyfriend, we'd like to shout you out because she edited her level from I think Aloha up to VI Beach. Maybe Mahalo to VI Beach.
Amber Warden, our newest
that's
VI
her
Beach.
birthday present from her boyfriend, and that is so sweet.
That's
boyfriend.
Fucking great.
And we are so excited to see you this weekend on the Zoom
VI Beach Zoom dinner party.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We're really excited for it. And having said that, then there was only one thing that I wanted to get into, and that was some emails that we got from people. There was one gal who's been a great patron, and she's really done a good job of reaching out to us. Well, there's two. Let's start with Leslie. is our friend up in Ontario. She sends us a lot of videos of her and her dogs. She is a vet tech, is what I believe, and she got laid off from her job, and she's got a mortgage, and she's got bills to pay, and she was telling us about the whole situation up there. And it was all, she'd gone to Cuba for vacation at the beginning of March, and when she came back, she had to quarantine because they were just imposing the foreign quarantine thing. And then she found out she got laid off, and now she's like laid off and quarantined and has a mortgage to pay, and she's just hanging out with her dogs, it sounds like. And I really appreciate you writing in. Thank you for writing. It's always fybpod@gmail.com. And Leslie, we appreciate everything you do. Thank you for sending all this dog content. And
well, let's see what she's been doing. She says, what has she been doing since all this shit happened? What have I been doing? Trying not to freak out because of this. Listening to your podcast. Coloring like a kindergartner. Walking my dogs. Cooking-ish. I feel that. Yard work around my house. Some home improvements that I can do or start without having to spend money. Drinking a lot of juice. Watching Netflix like mad. And can I just say I don't feel like I have many options left of programs that I haven't yet seen. So I've also been trying to convince myself I don't have coronavirus. As well, trying to order my elderly parents to stay inside. Does my dad really need to get his lotto tickets? No. Do I need him to get lotto tickets? Maybe. It's a mess, but I'm glad I can watch you guys on Instagram Live and also listen to the podcast to zone out. If I had the extra money, I'd for sure pay up on the Patreon. Don't break up, don't get corona, and keep up the great work. Oh, and my dog had a seizure last night. Jesus Christ.
Well, at least you're a vet
so
tech.
sorry. That's so scary.
Glad that you. Which dog was it? Because I think she's the one with the Pom and the Mastiff.
Yeah, that's so scary.
Or no, it's a Newfie. She's got a Newfie and a. Isn't that what the dogs look like?
Newfoundlands, yeah. She's got this huge Newfoundland. It's so cute. Anyway, Leslie, I hope your dog's okay. That's really, really scary.
Leslie, thank you so much for doing that. And I don't know if this is... Oh, we just got an ASOS package. No, you are not opening that before we disinfect it. But... Because literally, the UPS guy yesterday, who's our UPS guy every day, he walked up to me to hand me my package, and he goes, "Man, this coronavirus is crazy," and then just handed me with his bare ass hands my package, and I was like, "Okay, thanks."
Are you saying you're suffering from it?
Or do you believe in it? Have you been washing your hands? Have you been licking your lover's eyes?
That's what Andy says before he takes a package. He grabs the package. And he looks the UPS guy in the eyes and he says, "Have you been licking your lover's eyeballs? Have you been spitting in your monogamous lover's mouth?
Yep.
Have you been spitting in your casual partner's mouth?" And then the UPS guy generally just drops the package and runs.
Yeah.
And so that's how we've been doing handoffs. And that seems to be, I don't know if it's the safest, but
it's working.
Yeah, it's a quick handoff.
It's working. And, but, Leslie, I think we wrote with, was it Maria yesterday? Who is that?
I don't know.
The girl that was the yoga instructor doing the Zoom classes?
Mara?
It was an M-A-R.
We'll figure it out.
Mary or Mara. She didn't reply, so rude. But, also weren't we not going to say her name?
Yeah.
Anyways, cat's out of the bag. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you don't want your name said on the podcast, just write to us with a different name,
or just say please.
Tell
don't
us you
say
don't
my
want.
name.
Yeah.
But Leslie, I don't know if there is any kind of like, you know how there's like distance medicine, like you can talk to a teledoc. Yeah. Is there televet? Because if there's televet, maybe that's something that you could do, or maybe something you could start. You know, like maybe you said that your vet's office is closed, but maybe, you know, like your dog had a seizure last night. You're obviously an expert in animal care, and you know what you're doing. So maybe this is like something that we could like, you know, because like Charlie, he acts like a little bitch, like all the time. Like he's a little bitch, and I can't get him to stop. And so
we're wondering if you could toughen our dog up.
Yeah, maybe we could get on the teleconference with you.
We could Venmo
you some money, although you're Canadian, so it has to be PayPal.
We can do we can do some kind of you know, what is it called?
Wire.
Yeah.
do some e-payment, and you could just maybe tell us why Charlie's such a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what's
That'd be
weird
nice.
is Charlie is acting very weird today. He's right over here. He was scratching the really nice wooden door this morning, and so I got up. I had this pure thought. I was like, what if I just approach him with kindness? I'm not going to scold him. I'm just going to be like, hey, bud, we can't do that. I brought him inside, and he was trying to run into the bedroom because he wants to be with Mom. And I go, hey, bud, we don't scratch the door, okay? And he just laid on his side and got a boner. So I don't really know if that worked. I'm not sure.
Then he ran away from you.
Like
he was terrified.
Like the kind where you like your feet, like when a dog's trying to make a corner and is like losing grip.
Yeah.
That's how he ran away from me. He almost ran into the bathroom door because he couldn't get away fast enough from me lovingly telling him not to scratch the door.
Hey, you know what we haven't done yet? House Ash.
Let's do it.
Ready? Oh! 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 Pathetic.
It's because he was in dead sleep. That's beautiful.
Good job. One more. Good boy.
Such a
good boy.
so pretty.
Yeah.
he's yawning.
Good
and
job.
doing
He's so tired.
Oh, bud.
Good job, buddy.
Get up here.
Yeah, get up here.
Come join the pod.
Get up. Come on. Up. Get up.
Come on. All right. Well, he's doing his own thing, and
he doesn't wanna
everybody's
be a
got their
part
own
of it.
adventure.
He's a little bit camera shy.
Yeah.
And also a bitch.
He's being a real biatch. And then there was one other one today. Where did this? Oh, okay. Yeah. So Samantha sent us this. She did send it. I didn't know how to repost it. But I did see this on the Instagram. You can write our Instagram. It was pretty terrifying. A river in Ontario. You guys, Samantha and Leslie, you guys might be neighbors. You're both in Ontario, but a Mississauga creek just started running red, and this was after locusts, fires, plagues. That's all we've had this year. We've had locust fires and plagues. And so if I'm in Canada and I start to see a fucking creek, the Etabakoke Creek, just start running fucking red.
Completely red.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to church, even if church is closed. Turns out that a factory up the road had spilled, a couple thousand gallons of they say it's 400 liters of red ink. Great joke, company.
Yeah.
But it was Peel Public Works.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for sending us that, because it's pretty. It's getting up there. We got a plague, locusts, fires, and now we got creeks running red.
Locusts in Africa.
Ooh, what are the other plagues we have to come?
What?
Biblical plagues. Here we go. So, okay.
Water turning to blood, frogs, lice, flies, livestock pestilence, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and the killing of firstborn children.
Okay. Well, I think the blood in the rivers, we got that.
Yeah.
No frogs yet. I'm actually excited for the frogs. Lice, don't love lice. Flies, actually, we kind of had a fly plague yesterday. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It's buggy outside.
It's buggy. There's a lot of bugs. There was like a hurricane of bugs yesterday.
Livestock. That's sort of the entire food industry.
Boils, not a fan.
Not a fan of boils.
If I get boils, I'm going to be honest. We're going to stop the YouTubing, or I'm going to look like the island of Dr. Moreau.
We're going to send him to Dr. Pimple Popper.
Ugh, hate boils. Hail, love hail. It's like a warm snow.
Mm-hmm.
Locust, already happening.
Darkness.
Okay.
I
think we call that night.
Yeah, that's just nighttime. Grow up.
Killing of firstborn children. I mean, it's kind of happening with the plague we have right now. With, like, if you consider all the old people being the firstborn children of their families.
Yeah.
We should actually go into all those people that are dying and see if they were the firstborn of their family.
Yeah. I mean, where are those stats?
Were you the firstborn? God, it would be so great. It would be so exciting right now to believe in, like, crazy Christianity.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked about all
You'd be like, I'm right.
We were
I'm
finally...
right.
I fucking told you. Sorry, God, I didn't mean to swear. But I told you guys. This shit's real.
It's real.
The book was right.
It's okay.
Revelations.
It's the reborn Christians and the doomsday preppers that are really living their best life right now.
Hey, one with it, a.k.a. Wind is running?
Right. Wind is right.
One with it, Wind is right. If you're listening to this, which obviously you're listening to this, turn off the tool and let us know your thoughts on all these plagues.
Yeah.
Because you seem to be kind of our biblical expert. What's going on with all these plagues? Kind of exciting, kind of scary.
Kind of terrifying.
My lungs hurt. It's week 2. Will I pass the test?
You're going to pass the test, babe.
Thank you, baby.
I get very scared when Andy talks about dying because it's like the only man that's ever been nice and that is sweet and that I'm supposed to be with would just die.
Yeah, I was actually thinking when I first got sick, like, and how you weren't sick at all. And I was just, like, picturing us in, like, an ICU and you, like, can't, like, you have to, like I have the plastic up. You have to, like, go visit the plastic box. And I was, like, thinking about how you would probably want to have a wedding still. And so we'd get married where I'd be, like, on a bed with a ventilator.
I would never do that in my entire life.
You wouldn't want to die. You wouldn't want to marry me before I die.
In a plastic bed?
Well, it's the only shot you have. You'd just be like, all right, well, we're engaged.
Yeah.
You wouldn't die my wife or let me die your husband?
Of course I would.
So how would we do it?
I thought you were talking about like me getting dressed in a wedding dress.
You don't have to do that. It's just I'm in the bed, you're next to it, and we have somebody there who's just officiating the wedding.
Yeah.
And you put the ring in the little hole so that I can take my weak hand and kind of like put it on your finger through plastic.
Yeah. No, I would do that.
And then I would ask them to wrap me in a body-size condom.
Why?
Because I'd want to fuck one more time.
Okay.
God, be great to die coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming and going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful way to go out.
Love it.
God, what if you liked that?
What?
Me dying while inside of you.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be so weird if I liked that.
Oh, you'd get such a power rush off of it, you sicko.
I'd be like, I fucked him to death.
Yeah.
How'd your husband die? I fucked him to death. He's gone.
It'd be funny. I know you'd talk about it on stage, which I totally approve of.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Of course I would.
It's my
that would be my way of memorializing you.
It's my 8th day of being vaguely ill.
Do you still feel vaguely ill, Andy?
I get little twinges of like gross feeling, like fluey feeling. You know, that kind of like tired nausea.
Yeah.
And achiness, not really. But I'm definitely like conscious of my lungs, you know?
Yeah.
And then yeah, I mean I get like a twinge of it. But I was looking up homeopathic cures for pneumonia yesterday while you were sleeping. Mm-hmm. And I ordered a tea that is supposed to be helpful with it.
Okay.
Because it raises your body's temperature so that you...
What's the tea called?
Oh, what's it called? It's on my phone. It's something seed. What's it called? Hold on. I'll look up my search histories.
We'll let you guys know what this tea is so that you can order it yourself if you want. This is not an ad because we don't do ads.
We are going to do ads, though, pretty soon. And we're homeopathic pneumonia. Here it is.
Hurry up.
I'm doing it. Why don't you just carry the fenugreek tea.
FENUGREEKT.
And it raises your temperature. Also, we have because here's the thing, folks. This is real advice right here. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, coronavirus, if you have symptoms and they're not severe, so let's say you're having trouble breathing, but you can breathe. It's like your normal pneumonia, and you don't have like a crazy fever. You don't necessarily want to go to the hospital. You're definitely going to want to contact a medical provider, but you don't necessarily want to go to the hospital because A, they're overburdened, and B,
this is in the States, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know where I think they're overburdened everywhere, but you don't want to necessarily go to the hospital because the virus is showing a stronger virility when you are exposed to it in mass amounts, so going around a bunch of sick people. Mm-hmm. That's why we have a lot of doctors passing away. 60 doctors died yesterday in Italy.
Fuck.
Not funny at all.
Fuck, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, they're just working 20 hours a day and being exposed to this constantly. It's honestly like not funny at all. But it's true, and that's what this podcast is about. It's about the fucking quarantine, and these are things we think about. But so I'm not telling you not to go to a doctor, but to stay away from hospitals and doctor's offices as long as you possibly can, and maybe if you can beat this thing at home, it's a good idea, because a lot of us are going to have flu symptoms, and the flu symptoms are going to be very scary. Like, especially if you do have pneumonia and you're at home, you're going to go, I should go to the emergency room. I mean, talk to a doctor. Don't listen to me. I'm obviously not a medical expert, but like maybe talk to that doctor and see if you can ride it out at home as long as possible, and maybe kick its ass at home. Just because... Yeah,
with like karate moves.
Fenugreek tea.
Go in your yard.
Saltwater gargles.
Yeah. Gargle salt water. Do one of those at-home waterboarding things. What are they called with the teapots? Neti pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and...
also, I heard, this is crazy.
Or just waterboard yourself.
Because this article is from...
You could just waterboard yourself. Just put a fucking towel over your mouth, have a lover...
Yeah, if you have one of those teeter hang-ups, the ones that are meant for stretching your back...
Yeah.
You can waterboard yourself by just...
At home.
You put the wet rag over your face, and then you turn yourself upside down.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's great.
Honestly, if you're doing it mid-coitus... Whoo!
Sexy.
Buddy.
You are in for a thrill.
Have you ever got turned on by Zero Dark 30? Now you really will be.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
I want to get blown while I'm being waterboarded.
Babe, we can do that.
Thank you. Man, if you guys didn't watch, we did a Instagram Live last night with our friend Andrew...
Colin,
and... we did a clothed example of our standing 69. It's pretty impressive.
We could do it right now. Should we show them on YouTube?
I'm too sore right now. I don't want to do it.
You're too sore?
Yeah.
From what?
Sickness.
Okay.
Illness.
Okay.
Loving you too much.
It makes you sore?
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes it hurts.
You're working really hard.
But actually, I mean, everything I said, you can find out online, but don't listen to me. If you want to go to the hospital, you can. I just heard it's worse if you get exposed to it. I'd say we're all going to get it. So if you're worried that you have it, you already have it. And that's fine. Most of us are just going to have mild to annoying. Like I had the flu 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I definitely should have gone to the hospital. But I prayed and I donated money to our Patreon.
That's good.
And I got better. That's a crazy... All these articles have also said that. That's what's really weird.
Yeah, they're all saying
and they're
donate
old.
Money to the Patreon.
They're saying join the Patreon.
For Find Your Beach.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's so weird. I don't know how it helps, but I guess it does.
Yeah.
I guess it, like... Every person... I can tell you this. This is real medical news, okay? 96% of people who have donated money to our Patreon saw their symptoms clear up in 24 hours. It's crazy. That's real news.
Yeah. It happened. A lot of people in South Korea did it. It's weird. And that's why they have such a flat curve.
Yeah.
They flatten the curve by
donating to our Patreon.
It's wild. It's wild that we don't see those numbers on our Patreon. Because they're like a kind of separate, whatever, the Korean currency. They have to do a separate Patreon and they can't publicly.
Yeah.
But you guys were almost close to 600. And at 1,000, I said this yesterday, going to have my friend come over, baby in the box tattoo, maybe get the artwork commissioned by y'all.
Not gonna happen because we need that money for the rent.
Yeah, but that's what we pledged. We said if we get $1,000, we'd get a tattoo.
I'll do a tattoo for you.
A stick and poke?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to do it cheap. We have to do it prison style.
I was thinking we have about 10 minutes left. I told my friend that I was going to call him yesterday.
Okay.
And let's see. I figured we could check in with somebody. So let's see if this works, because he's a good buddy of the pod. Well, he's a good buddy of ours. He's never done the pod, but I've done his pod a lot. Mm-hmm. His name is Brandon Wardell. Mm-hmm. And hopefully he answers. I said I was going to call him from a weird number.
Okay.
So let's see how this works. Will you talk for a second?
Yeah. Find Your Beach pod is the greatest pod ever created in the history of mankind, and we will win a Nobel Peace Prize by the end of 2020.
Wow. That's really amazing.
Yeah. We also got we got some new ratings on here. Some new reviews. It says, How We Will Survive. This is by Pun Deck. The daily content we need. Never been so quickly invested in a couple's relationship I've never met.
It's good for you.
This is Cuckoo X Brit. Hope the podcast continues after quarantine ends, if it ever does. So thank you guys so much for posting those. And if you haven't left a review for Find Your Beach, please do so on iTunes. And hey, you know what? While you're on there, do one for my podcast. It's called Devil's Advocate with Rosebud Baker. And
yeah,
I would love to also get I put out my episode yesterday, my recent episode, which is why Find Your Beach Day 19 is not up on YouTube yet, because I was busy trying to figure out how to get Devil's Advocate up there, and it was taking all fucking day, because I guess everybody's a goddamn YouTube star now. Everybody's busy posting pics of their families dancing around, you know, in matching onesies.
Jack Black's on TikTok.
Jack Black's on TikTok. First of all, I love that. I love Jack Black. But I don't know if the internet can take it.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been fucking stalling like a motherfucker.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, call him. Call this guy.
Dale Stanhope?
Come on, pick it up. Brandon.
Pick it up, Brandon.
Brandon, pick it up.
Brandon, pick it up. Andy can't take another one of these.
Brandon? Brandon?
Brandon? Brandon!
All right. Hold on. This really didn't go out. Guys, I promise this is... Okay, let's try this one more time.
This is going to work out. This is one of Andy's plans that is not going to shit the bed, you guys.
It didn't actually shit the bed. It's just that they didn't answer.
It's not going to shit the bed. Andy has a plan, and by God, it's going to work out for once in his fucking life. Okay? This is not going to be like the mozzarella sticks.
It's not.
It's not going to be like the Netflix party.
It's not going to be like the Netflix party.
It's not going to be like, what else did you come up with that didn't work out?
Netflix party, mozzarella, live. Oh, the YouTube live.
The YouTube live. It's not going to be like the YouTube live Q&A. It is going to be a failure. This is a failure. This is not working out.
Okay, well.
Yep. Well,
God damn it.
It wouldn't be an episode
man.
of Find Your Beach if Andy didn't have a plan that didn't work out. Okay?
Pretty disappointed. I'm not going to lie.
He's pretty upset.
All right, tomorrow we're going to do a check-in with our friends episode. I'm committing to it.
Okay.
We're going to do checking in with our friends episode, and there's not going to be any fucking botched phone calls. None of it.
All going to work out.
All the tech's going to work out.
It's going to work smoothly. It's going to be fine. I feel like I'm coming down with a fever. I'm sweating and I'm getting chills.
The heat's on.
Okay.
But we are dying, and we're all dying. We've always been dying, and that is the circle of life.
Pummeling towards death.
I don't know. So
tumbling,
hurtling
towards death.
Hurling, that Irish kind of weird rugby.
Yeah.
You guys, this was a shit show. But what episode isn't a shit show? I'm sorry to end this with a failed phone call.
I'm so happy. I think it's very on brand for us.
I did look into Twitch yesterday. My friend Zach Fox, you guys should all follow him. He's like one of the funniest people in the world. He is doing this fun Twitch thing where he just like, his Twitch is just him sitting in his living room and he like watches movies and then he DJs. And it's like, he's really good at what he does. So I am not going to do what he does, but I'm going to get my Twitch stream up and going. I'm probably just going to put a PS4 on my credit card. They said that they're suspending all interest, so who fucking cares? And so I'm going to work on the Twitch thing. But in the meantime, tonight I will be doing my own Netflix party. I'm not going to do live. I'm just going to do the Netflix party. I'm going to put the instructions on how to do it in the post with the link. I'm going to start the movie once. The chat will be open, and that's all we're doing.
That's it.
It's not going to be live. It's not going to be this shit show where it's like craziness. Eventually, that might turn into a Twitch party because the Twitch party allows you to watch Amazon Prime movies over Twitch, which I think is a better function. And you don't have to have a PS4. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your computer. But tonight, I will be posting my Netflix party. I'm not sure what I'm going to watch yet, but I'll let you guys know with plenty of time. Thank you guys for supporting the pod. Please follow us on Instagram or email us. Thank you, Leslie, and who's that other person that wrote us today?
Someone from Ontario.
Samantha. Thank you guys so much. We love it. We love the plagues. And
we love the plagues.
We love the plagues. Charlie loves you guys. We love your dogs. Thank you for sending the howl sessions. I haven't been able to answer all those, but people have been sending me pictures of their neighborhoods doing howling.
I love it.
Which is like very cool. I didn't realize. I think Leslie sent us a picture of Loki, which is like the famous husky. But then another person from Denver said that Denver people are just howling.
Amazing.
They're doing howl sessions as neighborhoods. I can't even believe we didn't cover this.
I can't believe it either. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Rosebud is feeling good, and she's doing that professional thing where she wraps it up by not like letting me go down a hole. So I'm going to end the pod.
You guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Rosebud Baker, and I'm Andy Haynes, and on Instagram at Find Your Beach Pod. We love you. Bye.
Bye.